I'm hitting the button. Okay, welcome to Hit or Miss. We are fashionably late by about 4 minutes. It's not a miss tonight. We are here. We are going to talk about things. So we're here. Anyways, yeah, I'm here. They're here. You know, how are you, Travis? Sound off.
Yo, what's up, man? How we doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. How are you doing?
So we're gonna go ahead and celebrate 40,500 subscribers by giving away a parrot. No, I'm just kidding.
I will not enter this next one.
But in case you guys didn't know, Nice Strike did win the drawing. We did a random number generator, and
that was rigged. Come on.
No, it was not.
It really wasn't.
How? I had Defense Stat come over, so I couldn't.
I could rig that easy.
Yeah,
we hit generate. The number popped up on the screen.
Tony's messing with you. Don't
First of all, what do I have to gain by giving it to Night Strike?
I don't know. You see your IT guy say?
I don't want it. I got a nice 1911.
No. Travis teaches computers in school. He's fine.
Oh, that's right. You don't need an IT guy.
No, I had Defense Tech come over so that it would be legit, so that I couldn't cheat. We went through and checked off everybody that sent me an entry, and we wrote it on a list, and we put the numbers in real time on the screen and hit enter, and it generated Night Strike's number. So I only had 42 entries. You had pretty good odds of winning. I mean, really, there's only 42 people that actually entered. So, you know,
I think I've told several people when I used to give things away that they weren't eligible because it would look too suspicious or it would look weird if they won.
No, it could. Well, I mean, I was, you know, it could have been anybody. Like, hell, it could have been defensive.
Back then, things were more like conspiratorial in the community. Yeah.
That reminds me, Travis. I need to talk to you and maybe call Stan and talk to him about does Stan sell lower receivers?
Lower receivers?
Yeah.
For AR-15s?
Yeah.
He's had them. He might have some. You'd have to ask him.
Yeah, the reason being is I was going to see about maybe possibly going and partnering with you and Stan and doing some sort of giveaway with AR-15 lower receivers. Just the lowers. Strip lowers.
Okay.
You know, maybe give away a couple strip lowers, you know, make sure that we get more than one person this time.
Well, I mean, I might have a couple finished ghost gun receivers we could just give away. Nobody would know.
Well,
I shouldn't have said that.
No, because that might get you in trouble considering what's going on, what topics we're going to talk about.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I'll text him here and ask him if he has any. He might be watching tonight. You could ask him. You know,
if he if he doesn't have any, ask him if he can get some in because I want to get with you. Like, I want to do another giveaway. I want to do a giveaway for Night Strike. And you know, I figured I'd ask you guys because I know you guys better than any place else I would go through.
So I'm not going to enter this contest because if I win, it would really look suspicious. I'll be sure not to enter.
I will buy you a receiver if you need a receiver.
You got to say you got to be in the continental 48 United States.
So you all planned this you planned it way ahead of time.
No, we didn't plan at all.
Nope, I won't be entering. That's okay. I want to keep it fair for everyone.
But I want to do something for the YouTube crowd. So, anyways, we're talking, we're having fun. We got people out there on the chat. We actually have topics tonight to talk about, but let's get through the room. We had Travis. Roll call. What's going on, buddy?
I'm waiting for this storm to come in, man. We've had some bad storms over the last few days, and it's not going to end until after tomorrow. So I'm waiting for the storm to come in.
Your internet's considerably better tonight.
It won't be in about 45 minutes. It'll be tornadoes and hail and wind.
Are you in Tornado Alley?
He is.
I live by the lake, and usually the lake will soak it up. But here lately, the lake hasn't been doing its job.
Well, Lake Michigan, or what lake are you talking about?
Yeah, Lake Michigan. I live in Indiana. I live right where it looks like a thumb that comes down in Lake Michigan does.
Oh,
I
you mean
live
I
right on
guessed
the
it?
point.
Wow, I can't believe I guessed it.
Well, you're a smart man,
I
Tony.
just picked a big lake. The biggest lake I knew of in North America. What is the biggest lake? Aren't they the largest lakes in I guess the United States?
I would think so. I don't know my
Probably.
geography, man. I haven't studied this for so long.
I can't think of a Lake Tahoe's not that big.
Yeah, Lake Michigan, Huron.
Yeah, and Erie.
Yeah, 45,400 square miles for Lake Michigan. Lake Superior's number 2, Lake Huron's number 3, and then Erie, and then Winnipeg. So I've actually been to that before. That's freaking huge.
Yeah, I've driven up the coast of. Where did we go? We almost went to Canada. Oh, Big Rapids, Michigan.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Anyways,
So, did you finish talking about your contest, Travis?
Yeah, I'm done. No, I'm just saying it was legit. If people don't accept it, that's fine. I mean, I don't know how else it could have been more transparent about it, but okay.
Yeah.
That's right. You already.
It was funny that Defense Dad said when he saw my name on the list, he's gonna cut his hand on it. It's like, no, I won't.
There's a liability waiver you're gonna have to sign off on when you receive that. I'm not liable for any blood transfusions you require to. Yeah.
No, I won't, because I've got cut-resistant gloves. I went out and bought them specifically for that reason.
Chainmail gloves?
Not necessarily chainmail gloves, just cut-resistant gloves.
They've got some that have like Kevlar woven to them, so you can't cut straight across and like cut the fingers off. Yeah.
No cry cut-resistant gloves.
There you go. No cry brand.
They ought to make a knife like they do the
No cry brand. So there you go. I'm not kidding. I actually do have them. Let me see if I can turn the camera on.
Is this a knife or a hatchet or what is it?
No, it's a thing of gloves.
I thought.
See?
Oh, I thought you.
I actually went out and got gloves so it wouldn't happen again.
I'm talking about what, Travis? What did you give away that you're worried about him?
A 1911.
Oh, he got that. He got Ivor Johnson 1911 with the zombie finish on it, the zombie hydro dip on the slide. 45 ACP.
Oh, why are you talking about getting cut from that?
Because he cut himself really bad when he was cleaning his 1911 the day before his concealed carry class. They ended up having to go to the hospital or the
on a 1911.
Yeah.
What'd you cut it on, dude? What was it on? What'd you end up cutting it on? You cut it on the what?
I was pushing the mainspring housing out because it got stuck because I put the buffer spring in the grip spring in backwards.
So the spring poked you?
No, the frame of the actual 1911 where the mainspring housing goes into is really, really sharp. Take your mainspring housing out of being sharp. Take yours out of your gun and look at it. It's pretty damn sharp. And if you apply the right amount of pressure, you will cut flesh.
Mine's an old one. I have a hard time getting the.
Well, maybe Tony, you use a little coil to get all the rust off first.
It's probably only had the slide off of it one time since I've had it in 10 years.
So, but anyways, we're gonna go on from there.
And it still shoots.
We're gonna go on from there. So, what is our first topic? I think it's gun store thefts plummet after push from National Shooting Sports Foundation Operation Secure Store Program. So, the National Shooting Sports Foundation, the Firearm Industry Trade Association, is applauding progress made by licensed firearm retailers and the ATF to significantly reduce firearm thefts. Data released by the ATF demonstrably shows that the firearm industry partner programs to reduce thefts and robberies of firearm retailers are dropping by 61%, and the numbers of stolen firearms decreasing 74% in the first half of 2021 compared to the same time last year. The joint ATF-NSSF Operation Secure Store is directly responsible for the tremendous progress made to ensure firearms aren't stolen from firearm retailers. Operation Secure Store is one program of the firearm industry's Real Solutions Safer Communities campaign. The data shows that the firearm industry's proactive partnerships with the ATF is yielding the results that make our communities safer, said Lawrence G. Keene, NSSF Senior Vice President and General Counsel. This is what effective firearm safety looks like. Cooperative partnerships to assist retailers to improve security and deter criminal activity are effective, and the figures released by the ATF shows this effort is working. NSSF remains committed to education and awareness among retailers so they can make well-informed security-related decisions to deter and prevent thefts. Data released by the ATF reported that the first 6 months of this year, 111 burglaries were recorded and 959 firearms were stolen. The same time period in 2020 saw 284 firearm retailers targeted for burglaries with 3,703 firearms stolen. Both the NSSF and the ATF credit this improvement to the cooperation partnership between law enforcement and industry and firearm retailers to educational programming, including an ongoing series of regional seminars hosted by the ATF. The OSS program focuses on 5 areas: education and awareness, assessment and risk analysis, planning and strategy, engagement, and response. This approach addresses many of the most common security concerns FFLs have, with a focus on providing a wide array of solutions that mitigate risk and protect these businesses. The ATF has a 100% response rate to burglaries and robberies of firearm retailers and uses the combined expertise of its special agents and industry operations investigators to apprehend those responsible and recover the stolen firearms. NSSF matches reward offers for information leading to the arrest and conviction of those responsible for the crimes. The firearms industry is committed to cooperative partnerships with the ATF and firearm retailers to real solutions to make communities safer in America. Honestly, I'm okay with that. As long as they're only targeting criminals, then I don't have a problem.
Aren't most firearms stolen from like cars and homes? Not
cars, homes, and law enforcement. Yes, but by doing programs like this, you basically kick the nip in the bud of any politician saying that stores and FFLs aren't doing their job.
But you're targeting the low-hanging fruit. I mean, it's kind of easy to get results out of a program like that, I would think.
Right.
I mean, you could just have like an awareness campaign and improve that kind of theft. Right.
Well,
I mean, if you want real numbers, teach people how to secure it, right?
Right.
Teach people how not to leave their guns in their cars. That's where they get stolen.
I also credit, as M. Gabriel says out there in the chat, says he says, I credit the lack of looting. Yeah, there hasn't been a lot of looting going on this year, has there?
I think that would have a lot to do with it, because if you look at that time period, that year that they covered, that's when there was massive amount of looting going on nationwide, especially in a lot of areas where you might have, firearm stores, but I don't know, maybe a higher poverty rate where people are going to be a little more desperate to steal. And yeah, I mean, I don't think it would take much to produce better results, especially in the last 6 months.
Yeah. Apparently, Ghost Shadow says that Night Strike Sourdough's gun shop in Wasilla had over 150 firearms stolen by professionals. They disabled the alarm system from outside, then removed a window from a wall to gain entry. Yeah, that happens.
I mean, how professional would you have to be, though, to take a hatchet and whack a security system?
I mean, literally ram a car into a building just to get it open so you could go and loot it. And then just steal or use another vehicle as an escape vehicle.
When guns are stolen or when guns are used in crime, I'd like to know like when they report crimes on the news, was the gun stolen? Because if it was, it's like, well, then don't go after my rights for, you know, a law that somebody else broke to commit a crime. You know, I think that's a bit ridiculous.
I mean, if someone commits 2 crimes before they commit a 3rd crime by killing someone, you know, can we really say that those are law-abiding citizens? Because I'm pretty sure they're not. I mean, if they stole a gun and then went out and, you know, targeted someone and shot someone, then they were a criminal before they stole that gun.
Ghost Shed was saying they were able to get all the safes open, so apparently they were familiar with the.
They were familiar with the place, yeah.
Lock picking.
So, anyways, that's one topic we were talking about tonight. Another thing is so there's news. Everytown and 2 wounded LA County deputies are suing Polymer 80 over ghost gun sale. Yeah, this is by Robert Jablon, Associated Press. 2 Los Angeles County Sheriff deputies badly wounded in an ambush shooting last year sued a Nevada company Monday for making the parts for a ghost gun used in the attack. The lawsuit alleges Polymer 80 Inc. negligently and unlawfully sold an untraceable home assembled gun kit that resulted in the September attack. It was the latest effort to deal with the proliferation of ghost guns, which are put together from commercial kits or parts bought online. The ATF doesn't consider the uncompleted kits to be firearms, so buyers don't have to undergo the usual background checks. And in most states, the guns aren't required to have serial numbers. Law enforcement agencies say the weapons are increasingly turning up at crime scenes. I'd like to see the proof.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
I believe they're lying just to get their gun control vendor through. But Los Angeles Police Chief Michelle Moore has said the guns now account for 1/3 of all weapons recovered by the LAPD. Federal officials say thousands have been seized in connection with crime investigations. The lawsuit was filed on behalf of deputies Claudia Apolinar and Emmanuel Perez. What kind of crazy stuff, crazy things is that? Where your last name is hyphenated the same.
Well, it's because the person's dad and mom just happen to have the same last name, but they weren't necessarily related. You could have somebody with the last name of Smith in this country and marry somebody else with the last name of Smith, but in the Latino tradition, you have the dad's first name hyphenated by the mom's.
The thing is, I mean, it's easier to go out and buy a gun on the black market or just steal one than to go mill out an 80% lower. And I mean, what?
So
who's actually doing this? It takes a little bit of knowledge to.
Right.
Even
cartels are churning out lowers that are unregistered. I mean, they're not buying them anymore. They're making their own with CNC machines.
Yeah, they're making their own.
That's where they're putting up in crimes.
And Apolinar and Perez, who were shot and wounded September 12th as they sat in the patrol car at a metro rail station in the Los Angeles suburb of Compton. Oh yeah, straight out of Compton. Ugh, good Lord. Of course they're gonna get shot. The attack fired through the car's passenger window. Apolinar and Perez were shot in the head and arms. Neither has been able to return to work, according to the lawsuit. Oh, good Lord. How long? Okay, this is going to be a little while, so strap yourselves in. Deontay Lee Murray was arrested 3 days later after a 9-hour standoff with police in nearby Linwood. He pleaded not guilty to attempted murder and other charges and could face life in state prison if convicted. Investigators said a gun Murray threw from a car window while he was being pursued matched the one used to shoot the deputies. The weapon was built from a Polymer 80 kit, model PF940C, according to the lawsuit. The kit provided most of the parts for a handgun and was compatible with Glock components, according to Polymer 80's website. Murray was forbidden to buy or possess a gun because of previous convictions for sales and possession of narcotics, firearm possession, receiving stolen property, burglary, terrorist threats, authority said. The lawsuit contends that Dayton, Nevada-based Polymer 80, which holds a federal firearms license, purposely sold their products without markings to make it difficult for law enforcement to trace the firearm. What's there to trace? You want to know where it came from? Don't give me that. Defendants knew and could foresee, but consciously disregarded the risk that they were creating and contributing to a direct and secondary market for illegal, unserialized, and untraceable guns, knowing that their firearms were likely to end up in the hands of criminals and were likely to be used for criminal purposes, the suit contended. The suit alleges that the company violated both federal and California gun laws. Well, maybe California. Emails seeking comment from the company weren't immediately returned. The ATF last December served a search warrant on Polymer 80 as it investigated whether the company evaded gun laws by making and selling the kits. However, on its website, the company said some of its do-it-yourself kits, including the PF940C, were classified by the ATF as not falling within the federal definition of firearm. The lawsuit was filed by Everytown Law, of course, which has sued several other ghost gun parts providers. In February, it joined the city of Los Angeles in suing Polymer 80 for creating a public nuisance and violating the state's business code. The anti-gun violence organization also filed a lawsuit last year against another gun parts seller on behalf of a teenage girl who survived a 2019 shooting at Saugus High School in the Los Angeles suburb of Santa Clarita. A student, 16-year-old Nathan Burhow, opened fire with an unregistered gun, killing 2 other students and wounding 3 before shooting himself. Well, I'd like to know whether that was actually an unregistered gun or if someone just filed the serial number off. Also, last year, the families of those killed and wounded in the 2017 shooting rampage in rural California sued manufacturers and sellers of ghost gun kits. Investigators said the shooter, Kevin Neal, manufactured an unregistered rifle to target an elementary school and randomly shot at homes and motorists in a rural subdivision about 130 miles north of Sacramento. He killed his wife and 4 others before killing himself. I don't see how that's relevant, but okay. I mean, did he do that? Honestly, I really would like to see actual proof that these are actually the weapons that they say they are.
You're not going to see any proof.
No, you're not going to see any proof because they're lying through their teeth because more often than not, most of these guns used in crimes basically had the serial numbers filed off. So you're not going to get...
Even if you don't, you stole the gun or you bought it in the black market, it's not your serial number. What difference does it make?
Right.
You know?
But again, that's what we're doing.
If you're a criminal, are you really going to go through all this trouble? I'm going to get me an 80% lower. I'm going to mill it out. I'm going to go buy a parts kit. I'm going to do this and that. And why would you do that when you could just steal a gun or buy one on the black market?
Yeah,
you know?
I don't understand that either.
There hasn't been an increase in crime since ghost guns, right?
No, there hasn't.
There's actually been a drop in crime.
There's been a decrease in crime. As gun laws are less restrictive, there's a decrease in crime instead of an increase. But don't tell the Democrats that or the far left that because they'll say, "Oh, that's not true at all," even though we got statistics to prove it. Now they'll say things are more dangerous now that those restrictions have been lessened. It's like, yeah, right. Anyways, moving on. Let's see. Did I get an email? It's just a video. Does anybody have a topic they want to talk about before I go into this next one, or do you want me to just go through this next one?
What's the next topic? Oh, yeah.
Gun control organizations are baffled by judges who take the Second Amendment seriously.
How long is the article? It's not 20 paragraphs, is it?
I linked it in the I linked it in the email, but I'll count the paragraphs for you. 1, 2,
I forgot you link it in the email.
7. About 10 paragraphs. But
double spaced.
No. Yeah, double spaced. Yes. But it's about not specifically, but it alludes to how Judge Benitez, has been assigned cases, and he's been going, he's been ruling on the Second Amendment instead of against. So, let me go over this. In 2017, Judge Roger T. Benitez was assigned the large capacity magazine lawsuit. Then came the 3 more Second Amendment cases in the next 2 years because of a court rule that allows either side to request that their case be heard by a judge with previous experience on the topic. Gun control advocates have argued that gun rights groups should have used that rule to judge shop, filing Second Amendment cases in Benitez's district in an effort to get more favorable hearing. The gun cases have become Benitez's calling card, turning him into a polarizing figure, lionized by the firearms lobby as a hero, unwinding onerous regulations, and vilified by advocates for stricter gun laws who say his interpretation of the Second Amendment is alarming and extreme, which it's not. It's really not. After the assault weapon ruling, Governor Gavin Newsom exorciated Benitez as a stone-cold ideologue and a wholly owned subsidiary of the gun lobby and the National Rifle Association. Comments that were criticized by multiple bar associates as personal attacks damaging the trust in the judiciary. Gun rights groups have hailed Benitez for what they deem an honest, clear-eyed approach to the law and an insistence that government lawyers prove that gun control measures actually work. He doesn't take their word for something, said attorney C.D. Michel, president of the California Rifle and Pistol Association, who has had two of his lawsuits challenging gun laws decided favorably by Benitez. You can't just say, this makes you safer, which is what politicians say in press conferences, but not have the empirical evidence to back it up. A gun owner himself, Benitez has made rulings that have taken aim at California's decade-old attempts by lawmakers and voters to toughen gun laws. He deemed the state's assault weapons ban, signed into law in 1989 by Republican Governor George Deukmejian, I think that's how it's spelled, a failed experiment. California's assault weapon ban violates the Second Amendment in part because militias could be forced to settle for less than ideal weapons rather than the ideal AR-15, Benitez wrote. That may not be a severe burden today when the need for the militia is improbable, he wrote. One could say the same thing about the improbable need for insurance policies. That was a new and deeply disturbing line of thinking, said Ari Freilich, the California policy director for the Giffords Law Center, Benitez. Benitez, he said, seemed to suggest that the Second Amendment protects the right of average people in a civilian militia to make war against the government. If we take that seriously, there's no limiting principle on the types of firearms that people should be allowed to possess, including tanks, anti-aircraft missiles, and machine guns, Felix said. And, well, I'm pretty sure there's laws against what we can actually own. It's up to 20 millimeters or something like that, Travis?
I think so. I don't know exactly what even then you might be able to own the weapon, but not necessarily the ammo for it. I don't know.
Yeah. So
what we should do? It just occurred to me, and Travis will go for this. You should be like a teacher and have us each take turns reading a paragraph. Then we would be more involved with.
Just go around the class.
Yeah,
I'll drop a popsicle stick so it's random with your names on it.
It's only if they don't have hall passes, Travis.
I'll get you a hall pass. You'll be fine.
Yeah. So, Travis.
Yo.
Do you have any topics tonight? Does anybody have anything, a gun topic you guys want to talk about, guns or whatnot?
It's kind of a gun topic. Well, sort of. I'm really
kind of out of everything.
No, at what point should we start buying ammo again?
I'm
really tempted. I'm not getting pre-pandemic prices, but it's getting low. like half of where we were maybe a year ago, and I'm so tempted to buy a couple cases, but I don't know.
Buy as much as you can afford.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want to support these gouging prices either. $100 more for a case of 9 than we paid a year ago or 2 years ago. I don't know, man. I'm not. I'm seeing
if I run out, I'll buy it. I'm not going to go without ammo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I was kind of looking around, and I can get a case of 7.62 by 39. It's a Russian import ammo, non-corrosive, for $261, and I paid $249 almost 2 years ago for my last case of 7.62 that I bought. So this is, I don't know. Shipping is $25. It ends up being 28 cents a round.
I'll sell you a Spam can.
What's that?
I'll sell you a Spam can.
I don't want to mess with corrosive.
Wow, George, you're late. Do you have a hall pass?
Man, he is a hall pass. What are you talking about?
He is.
He was in the bathroom, man. His zipper got stuck.
He is the hall. So,
I don't know. Have you guys been buying any ammo? You guys been buying any ammo lately at all? How are prices on your neck of the woods?
Yeah, I bought ammo at PSA the other day.
Honestly, I've been cleaning out the garage because I'm getting ready to sell my house in October, and I have been finding ammo everywhere, so I haven't had to buy any.
I can believe that.
I literally found ammo cans in the corner, like covered up with like camping gear. Like I'm trying to sort everything out because I'm having a yard sale.
Right.
And Barrett's like, "What about this ammo can? You want to put it in the yard sale?" And I said, "Dude, did you check to see what's in it?" And it's filled full of like 7.62, and it was mixed up. There was some 5.56 in there too. So
I need some 7.62 by 54R because I went to PSA the other day, Travis, and it's still, and the Tula, the 20 rounds boxes of Tula are still $19.99.
Okay, so here 20 rounds of Tula or Wolf are okay. Yeah,
54R.
We got that at our Shields. They've got 3 different brands of it in, and I think it's $14.99, $15 for a 20 round box of Tula, which I think I paid $11 or $12.95 at Walmart before they quit carrying it. Right. So Walmart's starting to get ammo back in though too, which is nice. Not handgun calibers necessarily, but they've got a lot of 308 back in now, and some deer cat 240, 273 stuff like 243, 270.
Yeah, so if I could only get like 7.62 by 54R at a decent price, I mean, why did I buy a rifle?
Are you checking on Ammo Seek at all?
I am, but then I'm looking at how much shipping is, and with shipping, it's I might as well go to PSA and buy it.
I'm gonna go see how much I have. I think I have like 200 rounds. I'll give you.
There you go. Donate ammo to Night Strike.
I'll go see. I'm gonna go this weekend. I'm gonna go look and see.
This is Night Strike. He's got a hungry Mosin-Nagant.
Let's see. What's a Spam can? A Spam can is
it's like
440 rounds, I think.
Yeah, I was gonna say 440. So I should have like 220. I think I have a half a Spam can full of.
So
there you
54.
go.
So yeah, it's just like, wow, I did not know that the 54R had gone up that much. Because Travis, I said even the 7.62 for the longest time, 7.62 by 39 has still been at decent prices. It's yes,
Dude,
it's gone up.
Okay, you go.
But it hasn't.
Look, check now because I'm seeing Tula for $10 a box. And I'm sure you could probably get it delivered for, like, at the most, you might pay $15 a box after shipping. So, I mean, it starts at 49.6 cents a round if you want to get Wolf Military Classic. And that's $247 for 500 rounds. But then they're selling boxes at 20 for Red Army Standard for $10, which I've shot before. It's just like Tula.
Right.
I mean, if you can get a box for $10, I wonder, like, if you get a case, a lot of places are giving free shipping if you spend so much. But I mean, even if you paid $15 for shipping and you bought 3 boxes at $10, you're still getting it. How much was it at PSA? 20 or 30?
$20. Basically $20 for a box of 20. $1.
Yeah, so if you get 3 boxes for $30 and you pay $15 for shipping, then you're only paying $15 a box. You're saving $5, plus you don't have to drive there to go get it. I mean, seriously, it's not that expensive. It's not as bad as it used to be.
I just don't know how bad the whole corrosive thing is. I mean, I've shot corrosive through my guns for, I don't know, I've had Spam cans for 10 years or whatever, and they're old, right? You just clean your gun after you shoot it.
So what part do you just clean? You just clean it off with like oil and whatnot?
Well, I just clean like you normally would.
Okay.
You rinse hot water down the receiver, I think, and then hit it with a patch with some oil on it. I think you're good. And then it's just the primers that are corrosive. It's the salt.
Yeah,
it's
just the primer. It's got what is
yeah,
it?
it's not the actual
Potassium
powder,
chloride or what is it? It's got potassium chloride or something in it, or I don't know.
Something like that. Yeah.
It's got some kind of weird thing in my bob.
Maybe I have to get some of this Red Army standard stuff. So.
I mean, if it meant getting, I don't know, I haven't priced the surplus stuff lately. How much cheaper is it? I need to look it up.
The corrosive stuff is bringing not corrosive, the surplus in a Spam can. But I mean, you can get modern production Wolf and Tula in a Spam can now. They kind of do it as a novelty, but what you have is bringing more of a premium because that's a quality, not military production ammo, I guess you could say. Whereas your Tula and your Wolf is $10 for a box of 20.
Right.
Not corrosive, but I mean, it isn't necessarily the best stuff either. I've noticed with the newer Tula that I've been running, it really gets. I mean, I keep my guns clean, but I've noticed I've really had to hit on the bolt to really get the chamber to unlock when shooting Tula when my gun heats up. They changed something with their coating at some point in the last probably 5 or 6 years, maybe 10 years, and it doesn't extract.
You guys crying about ammo prices again?
I am. I'm crying.
I don't know why. Just buy.
I'm crying because
I still got 1,000 rounds of 7.62 by 39. Got nothing to shoot through.
See, I wish I had that problem.
Well,
Wish
buy
I
it.
had that problem. Yeah.
I'll be the broker. Okay, Defense Day, how much you going to sell that to Night Strike for? Let's broker.
Oh, we lost Travis for a second.
Yeah, I got bumped out.
I see
Disconnected. It says Chad disconnected. I don't know what happened there.
Roll call disconnected.
Oh no. Well, he's probably got a duck out for tornado.
Yeah, Tornado Alley.
Yeah.
Head for the bunker.
He has to head for the bunker. That's right.
Man, you guys are crying in my
That's
ammo
not true,
prices. I had to spend 4 hours at the mall school shopping for clothes with a 12-year-old girl today.
Oh.
That's what Amazon.
I'm so sorry. You're pulling on my heartstrings. If I had any.
That's what Amazon's for, man. You know
What the hell, man?
No, they got to try it on.
Oh, you just send it back. Just with Amazon, you just get 3 or 4 different sizes and send back what you don't want. Jeez.
Well, school starts in 6 days, though.
Got prime shipping, bro. Be there tomorrow.
Sure.
Yeah, overnight shipping.
Yeah, overnight.
Had to go to this store for these pants and this store for these shoes. And oh my God, those are so cute. Look at these shirts, Dad.
Got to go to this store for this gun. Got to go to that store for this ammo. Got to find my furniture over there. I know.
What's the problem? There's no problem.
I did get to raise the eyebrows of the people at Whole Foods, though, when I did an Amazon return on a holster to a store that has a giant no firearms allowed sign on the front door.
Oh.
They looked at that package and they're like, oh, let's just put this over here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Sure.
anything interesting going on in the gun world in Nebraska right now?
I don't know. Defense, do they have any classes coming up anytime soon at the range?
Yeah. They still got some slots open for Mag 40. That's
Is that the Masada U?
Yep. That's September 9th through the 12th, I think.
Yeah.
It's only $1,000 and 500 rounds of ammo, and they got an on-site bunkhouse.
He's not still teaching that, is he?
Oh yeah, he is.
Really? Huh.
Yeah,
Now
they have an on-site bunkhouse if you need it.
That would be something.
But it's during the week, though, isn't it? It's like actually during the day. Like
It's 4 days. It's Thursday through Sunday.
Yeah, there's no way I could do it.
4 10-hour days.
Rob D is telling you, Defense Dad, to let her mother take her. Keep your sanity.
Well, I've got shared custody, so I maintain a full wardrobe over here too, and it's really important to me. Even though I'm a divorced dad, my kid always feels like she's at home here. She has her own bedroom, her own wardrobe, but she's not backpacking it to Dad's house. So I don't, because I'm not down with that.
We're not down with that, huh?
No.
All right. Roll call.
Well, it kind of allows
TV.
you to supervise what she wears too.
Well, no, serious. I mean, in all seriousness, we have shared custody. It's about half and half, but it's always been important to me that she feels like this is her home. That she has all her own stuff. It's not just like she's living out of a backpack and visiting Dad.
Right. And that's why you're Defense Dad.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, Travis, I have a question for you. What's this next week's Caliber Corner topic? Do you know? Have you come up with any yet?
Yeah, we're gonna talk about training and whether or not if it's necessary to become a better shooter.
Oh my! Oh my!
And I'm not saying it's good. I'm not saying it's bad. I just want to kind of test the waters and see what people think about it.
Are you differentiating between practice and training?
I don't know. I mean, you can put yourself through some drills at the range yourself, and is it better? Is it worse? Should you be paying for somebody to run you through these things? Should you do Mag 40, or should you maybe do like a little online subscription to some firearms instructor and run through the drills, or use any? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just kind of curious to see what's out there.
I think Mag 40 is actually a good example of why you would do that, because I mean, Assault he's not going to be alive. Well, I don't mean to say that. I'm just saying he's not going to be teaching forever.
Yeah,
and to have had the opportunity,
he can't be around forever.
I mean, if he was anywhere near, I would take it just for the experience, and whether
exactly
was able to absorb his training or not. Yeah,
I looked it up, man. He's 73 years old, so that's you'd probably want to take in the next 2 years if you.
I remember one of my first. What was it? Was it personal protection inside the home? One of my NRA classes or courses, the instructor showed one of his first, it was like back in the 80s, videos that he had done. Yeah. What was it? I forgot which course I took, but he showed his video. And he was like a young whippersnapper, getting down in the, what was that? It wasn't Weaver. What's the lower stance he used to get into when he was younger? I don't know. I have to look it up. But it was a VHS. That's how old it was.
Do you still have the VHS tape?
It's awesome.
One of my Nathan Good, the instructor, still has it.
Because I still got a VHS player. I can
So
still
do I.
watch VHS tapes. But so.
This was back when people
George.
were still doing Weaver,
I'm sorry.
We're dating ourselves, George.
Oh, okay. Okie dokie, huelga de noche or huelga nocturna.
I think I'm older than George, aren't you?
You probably are.
Yeah. I'll be 53 this year.
Yeah, I'm 58.
I'm like, oh, but I already feel like they say you're as old as you feel, so I must be 198. Oh my God.
Oh my
There
God.
you go.
Madre de Dios.
Madre de Dios.
Madre de Dios.
I like to do that in the Facebook. They got that guy, from I think it's Bob Burgers or I don't know what some cartoon character where he has he's face palming it right, and they say, "Oh, this guy he looks Hispanic, he looks Latino." So I'm just going to use that and put Madre de Dios. when somebody puts something funny, I'm like, oh,
a guy in the comments says, "Who here is above 60?" Not me.
not me.
Not me.
Not me.
For once, I don't feel like the old guy on a panel I'm on. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, there you go. Right on, man.
Right. So
I think I'm probably right exactly in the middle of the five of us that are on right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So is anybody gonna buy any new guns, or anybody looking at getting any new guns?
Not me for a while.
I want to get a. I want to buy. I don't have one now. I need to add a CZ to the collection.
Oh,
So I think I'm gonna do a Shadow 2, black and blue, I think is what it's called, the single action, double action one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, speaking about guns, I heard Travis, you had your giveaway.
Yeah,
I don't want to sound so negative, but I want to kind of say hashtag rigged.
dude.
No, I wasn't rigged, man. I wanted to win. I drew that freaking Night Strike one.
It was basically hashtag not my giveaway.
Now,
Well,
can you imagine
guys, again, we could say we want. I had 42 entrants. 42. If it had been 1,500 and Night Strike would have got it, then 42 people entered. We all know everybody that entered. We're all a big circle of friends.
Right.
And
can you imagine how many rigged comments you would have got if I was the one that won it since I was the one that pressed the button?
Ridiculous. I tried to do something good,
if you had won,
something
people would have said
positive, and they're like,
rigged.
what again? What did I have to earn? What did I have to gain by faking the drawing? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. There's nothing I gained from it.
Yeah.
So not only that, that's why I had Defense Dad come over so I couldn't cheat. I wanted somebody there to hit the button so that it wasn't me.
The only thing I gained out of that drawing was, another gun that I could cut my hand on.
I mean, it had to be somebody, but
if someone has to take, if somebody has to take the bullet, I will take the bullet for everyone and cut my hand on this one, right?
I will say this. Hey, man, look, unlike the classic firearms giveaways, we know who won this gun, all right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Did you actually go back and watch the video, Night Strike?
I did. You were like, should we mess with him? And you're like, we should totally mess with him.
Let's pretend that he won the Jimenez.
He's like, should we call him? I'm like, yeah, let's call him. I'm like, nah, let's not call him. I'm like, man, why the hell did he ask me a question if you want the answer to?
Exactly. I saw you getting a little uppity there, Defense Dad. But I hate to say it, but you're my lucky charm.
I actually pulled that from the movie The Hangover. That's where I got that from.
It's like Travis is like, okay, I'm calling him. Should we mess with him? Defense Dad's like, hell yeah, we should mess with him.
I was like, nah, he might be watching right now. He might be watching.
Travis, I was in the back for Blood beta. It was the closed beta for the game because they sent me a key and I've been playing it for the last couple days.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I was playing that.
I just thought it was kind of funny because
it's hilarious because I was killing zombies. And then I get a phone call from Travis telling me that I won the zombie gun.
Yeah, maybe giving even more blood to it. So.
You see how ironic that is. And Travis, I got the tracking today, and I'm going to get the gun and pick it up on Friday the 13th.
Oh my God! There you go.
Dude, you have to make a video then.
He's definitely going to get cut. He's definitely going to cut himself.
Damn seatbelt on when you're driving out there and driving home. All right.
Right,
you're picking up a zombie gun on Friday the 13th. If you don't make a video, you got no stones.
No, I know, right?
And you're surrounded by Walking Dead scenery all around you.
Yeah. So it's just like, wow. Could all of these things be connected? Maybe.
Well, that's cool, man. Congrats, Night Strike, man.
Yeah,
awesome giveaway,
thanks.
Travis.
So,
that's awesome, man.
And
awesome, man.
Richard out there, a friend of mine and Tony's, says he's 47. New York Outcast says I just turned 85. You see what salad can do. D23 says, New York Outcast, if you're 85, then I'm 105.
I'm not gonna lie, man. If I would have won that gun, I was gonna sell it.
I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna sell it, but I don't know. I'll probably shoot it first. Clean it.
Yeah.
Shoot it first. Clean it.
Don't clean it. Have someone else clean it.
Send it back to me. I'll clean it.
Somebody send Night Strike some chainmail gloves if he's going to clean that.
No, I got gloves. I showed it earlier. I've got cut resistant gloves now.
Cool.
So they got Kevlar in them or something. So yeah, D23 says #rigged at Travis P11.
What the hell?
So
I'm done being nice about this. It's not my problem anymore.
no, Travis, you got to take a hard line, man. You got to take a hard line. Either people get over it, or you just ignore them.
Well, it's just it was frustrating stuff. That the first thing that people say is, "Oh, this was rigged." It's like, whatever, man. Oh my god.
You just got to learn to ban certain people from your.
Look what happened at roll call. The last 2 giveaways he did. Well, no, I'm gonna say the last one because the last one, Guns and Barbecue won, but the other 2 I had won, and every time I'm like, oh my god, I won again. It goes rigged. I was getting a lot of rigged #rigged. I was like, that's why I said this time I'm not gonna enter. I'll let somebody else win. And Guns and Barbecue won.
Here's what I'm gonna do. So the next time I'll pick somebody. And I'll say, okay, we're gonna bring you in. You do a screen share, and you go do the drawing on your end. And then that's what I should have done. Defense said I should have had you or somebody else do a screen share and go to random number draw or whatever the hell we used, and then have them do it. And then next time we will. Next time we'll do that.
But you do realize they're just giving you crap, right?
Well, how am I supposed to know that? You can't judge emotion through somebody's comments on the internet.
Dude, I know you've been when you've been teaching and been busy stuff, but you go to Gary's, they say rigged every time, and they know it's not.
I think you got to know that they're just kidding, like we are when we're trying to give you a hard time.
Well, I'm always trying to give Travis.
You're probably the nicest guy in the gun community. Nobody would accuse you.
No,
of cheating.
You are.
I'm definitely not.
No one would have seriously accused you of cheating.
No, but Tony is a nice guy. You just got to get to know Tony. Yeah. But Tony is really cool.
What?
Yeah, y'all aren't jerks like me.
You sound like you're going out of your way to convince people. That's not good.
I'm not going out of my way. I'm just mentioning that you're a nice guy. People just need to, get to know you a little better.
Well, I remember when we used to have these giveaways, we would go, Barrett and I would sit around and think, how can we show this somebody winning? Like, we can't have any cuts in the, right? Because you could just redo takes or do, you know what I mean? We were really concerned about this issue. And we would do weird things like, put names in a box and shoot them, and then whoever got hit with the bullet won. And we'd do all kinds of crazy things to try to make it look random,
Uh-huh.
We I don't know if you remember this. We had a board that we spun real fast, and I shot it with the H&R 922 with Calibri, powderless Calibri in the shop, So.
NYOutcast says, "Damn, I would have kept it. It's not every day you win a 1911 in my world." NYOutcast says, or any day apparently. D23 says at Travis P11, "I couldn't win. I didn't enter. I'm giving you crap." New York Outcast says, "Travis, next time pick an outcast from New York. That would be funny, right?"
Mm-hmm.
See, you just got to adapt an attitude like I have. I don't give a damn.
All right. So it's just, we're gonna do. There's gonna be other giveaways, guys. So don't worry. You're not gonna miss out on anything. I'm gonna start working on it, on doing some actual giveaways too. So, don't worry, guys.
That's one thing I've not done yet. I've never done a giveaway. I'm cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Hard sell is a used car salesman favorite trick for the crappiest car. Yeah. The guy in the comment says, "Will there be age limits for the militia, 25 to 55, or is it at 15 to 65?" No, there's already a set limit already in the Constitution stating what the militia is. The Constitution definition of the militia. Like
The definition of militia?
yeah, it's like any able-bodied male from like what is it, 16 to 60 or something.
Well, I mean, it's an organized group that was intended on, the intention was to defend a local area, right?
So
And be willing to be called up when needed.
it's the Militia Act, I think it was. It's wrong.
Yeah.
So yeah. What's this? All right. We're about done. So let's go through the room. Let's pack everything up. Put our chairs in the upright position. Put our tables in the upright position, and land this sucker. Tony, you got any words of wisdom? Any closing thoughts?
No. I need to ask Travis something though after we hang up.
All right.
Hang up. It's a phone call.
Yeah, I get it. Mm-hmm. George, you got here late. Do you have any words of wisdom for the panel or the audience out there?
Not today. Just have a good one.
Okay. Defense Dad, do you have any words of wisdom?
No, man, I'm brain fried after 4 hours in the mall. I hate the damn mall.
Wow. Travis P. Once.
Yes. Si, senor.
Please.
Nah, man, I appreciate the invite. Thank you very much. And guys, make sure you check out Caliber Corner Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Central Time over on my channel. Travis P11. It's good stuff.
All right. So with that, vaya con Dios, mi amigos.
Adios, Felicia.
Shall not be infringed. Adios, Felicia. Te amo, Felicia. Te amo.
Te quiero, Felicia.
Ciao.
Thank you.
Arrivederci.
Ciao. Arrivederci. Aloha. Avidase. Au revoir.
Konnichiwa.
Ohio.
So, no, that's hello. That's hello. It's sayonara.
Bonjour.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Bonjour is hello. It's au revoir.
Adieu.
Das Vidania, Tovarish.
Just hit the button. Good Lord.
Jak si máš dobře?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Da.
Yeah.
Da. All right, I'm hitting the button, Frank.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
88 miles per hour.
Shall not be infringed.